What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex Yu, and you're watching The Road to TF5. This is just a web series where we're talking about Transformers 5, and this is episode 3. And what we're going to talk about in this episode is the future of Transformers, the live-action franchise, and what is going to happen for the future of the live-action franchise, because, well, Transformers Age of Extinction has made $1.07 billion, and that is a lot of money. Transformers Dark of the Moon made $1.1 billion. All 4 films are directed by Michael Bay. But you gotta remember something. Michael Bay is a filmmaker. He is not a specifically sole director of only Transformers films. He wants to make all kinds of films. Mostly action films, but still he is a director of not just Transformers films. He wants to direct a lot of different types of films, lots of very different films. I mean, you can tell by movies like Pain and Gain that he wants to try different things. And I think that he might feel that after the success of Transformers Age of Extinction, he's ready to move on to other things. So what does that mean for the Transformers live-action franchise, specifically Transformers 5? We know there's going to be another installment in the franchise, but we don't know what's going to happen in terms of the creative responsibilities. Now let's just go back and take a look at some of the events, you know, that would make Michael Bay want to change his mind. First of all, he's been wanting to make this passion project of his, Pain and Gain, for a long time, which he got to do. It's a low-budget film, or what's considered low-budget, but he got it done, and because of that, Paramount Pictures allowed him to do Transformers. Allowed him to do Pain and Gain, and then in return, as a favor, almost like a favor, he would direct Age of Extinction for Paramount Pictures, right? But then he originally wasn't planning to direct Dark of the Moon. They had to negotiate for that. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of negotiating took place, and at the end of the day, Michael Bay got to make the film he wanted to make, and then he got to make a film for not just Paramount Pictures, but Hasbro and the Transformers fans. Now we're repeating history, and we're coming down to the same dilemma again. Is Michael Bay set for Transformers 5? Still undetermined. But what is determined is that Michael Bay has a 3-year contract with Paramount Pictures. Now, what exactly does that mean? Well, I've explained this in a previous video from The Road to TF5, and that is, in 3 years, it is possible to make 2 films. Okay? In 3 years, it is also possible to make 1 big film. In 3 years, it is also possible to make 2 Transformers films shot back to back. Does Michael Bay want to shoot 2 Transformers films back to back? I don't think so. Now let's just take a look at this article from USA Today. I'm sure you guys have read this, considering this article came out in August, and what it really suggests is that he's ready to move on to other things. But let me just read this exact quote. "There's kind of a new chapter, a new direction in movies I want to make," says Bay, who is eyeing a passion project, a documentary on elephant poaching. "I have a lot of stories to tell. It's about flexing new muscles." Okay, and what does that really mean? Well, that means that he wants to do other things. He's made a lot of movies with explosions. He's made a lot of money for Paramount Pictures, and he's made a lot of films that really sort of deal with the same subject matter again and again and again. And while it might seem a bit repetitive for the audience, for Michael Bay himself, he is able to stretch his imagination, try a lot of new things for the Transformers franchise, but at the end of the day, they're still Transformers films, all right? Transformers live-action films. And you know what? I really respect Michael Bay for what he wants to do. Whatever he wants to do, I totally respect what he wants to do. The man's a director, the man's an artist, the man has a vision, all right? But the big question is he coming back for Transformers 5? And that is something that he still really hasn't really answered. Right now, what is going on, maybe not at this exact moment, is Paramount Pictures is throwing numbers at him. Paramount Studios is negotiating with them. They're coming out with scenarios of what he could possibly do. Hasbro does not want him to go. A lot of fans don't even want him to go. Paramount Pictures certainly does not want to hand over Transformers to another director. I mean, who are they going to hand it to? Seriously. So at the end of the day, all these big forces, these strong forces, Hasbro, Paramount Studios, the fans, they want Michael Bay back because, you know, honestly speaking, I think a lot of us have accepted the Transformers live action films for what they are now. I mean, if you haven't accepted them for what they are, I think you should stop watching them right now. I mean, you should have stopped at Dark of the Moon if you're a hater. But I've accepted them for what they are, and that is fun, explosive entertainment with Transformers in them. I love it. I love seeing the robots on screen. So, you know, and that's what I've been getting every single time. Now, like I said before, the question is still there. Is Michael Bay coming back? He hasn't even answered that question. Now, what's the most important thing right now is that he hasn't said no. He has not said no. He's only said that he's interested in making, or rather, he's interested in pursuing other projects, specifically a documentary about elephant poaching. Now, if you don't already know, Michael Bay is an animal lover. He is a huge animal lover. All animals. He has a lot of pets, and he actually named his giant mastiff Bone Crusher, and he takes him around everywhere he goes. But anyways, he's an animal lover, and I can tell that a movie about, or rather a documentary, I don't even know if it's a documentary or a movie that he's going to be making, but anyways, a film about elephant poaching seems like, while it seems kind of a little bit strange for people who are used to seeing explosive stuff coming from his films, it is something that feels like it's in his character to make a movie like this. All right, so I can totally see him making a movie about elephant poaching, but will Paramount Pictures allow him to do something like that? After all, he's under contract with Paramount Pictures, a 3-year contract. That's a 2-picture. Well, I wouldn't say it's a 2-picture deal, but essentially 3 years is 2 pictures. One small movie, one big movie. Perhaps he's going to make a small movie, just like he did 3 years ago, or more. Pain and Gain, and then Dark of the Moon. Or rather, Pain and Gain, and then Age of Extinction. Elephant Poaching, and then Transformers 5. It's possible. I mean, that will give him enough of a break for him to relax his mind from transforming cars and robots. And then that'll allow him to give him some time to just really think about what he could do differently with Transformers 5. After all, he did set the movie up. I mean, set up Age of Extinction for a whole new direction. That's a direction he created. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that what's good is that he hasn't said no. He says hasn't completely turned down any offers yet. There's nothing definitive right now. All we know is that there's something he wants to do, but there's also something that Paramount Pictures wants to do. Okay? So, now it comes down to you guys, the fans. Now, I've created a poll. I've titled it, or rather, the question is, who should go or who should stay? And I'm going to throw this out here. The first answer in the poll is, keep Michael Bay, replace Aaron Kruger. The second answer is, keep Aaron Kruger, replace Michael Bay. The third answer is, keep Aaron Kruger and Michael Bay. So keep both the writer and director. The fourth one is replace Aaron Kruger and Michael Bay. The fifth one is I don't care. Okay? So, place your votes in. I'm going to leave you the link to the poll on the description box below. I want to know what the Ragin Nation thinks. What do you guys want to see? You want to see Michael Bay and Aaron Kruger back? Do you want to see Michael Bay back, but not Aaron Kruger? Or you just don't care, or you want to see them both gone? What do you want to see? Let me know in the comment section below. If this poll gets enough votes or hits, who knows? Maybe Paramount Pictures will take notice. Who knows? But every vote counts because it shows what the fans, or what a slice of the big pie from the fandom thinks, or wants to see. Okay, so that's what I'm really here to talk about. What do you guys want to see, and how do you guys feel about Michael Bay leaving? And what do you guys think? Do you think he's going to come back for Transformers 5? Do you think they're going to film 5 and 6 back to back? Maybe Paramount Pictures and Hasbro wants to get as much out of him before his inevitable departure. You know what I'm saying? So there we go. That's all I got to say in this video. Stay tuned for The Road to TF5 Episode 4, because there's definitely going to be more to talk about. We got to follow up on this topic. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation, and follow me on Twitter, @Ragin Nation. I got Instagram, so you can follow me @The Ragin Nation. I'll see you next time. Peace! Are you crazy? How did you know? I've always wanted a barricade. I left a message on the Ragin Nation Facebook.